You were never supposed to make it this far. The statistics didn't favor you. The opinions didn't support you. The pressure was designed to break you, not build you. And yet here you stand, alive, aware, elevated, and undefeated. That alone disrupts every narrative that was written against your name. You were supposed to disappear quietly. You were supposed to quit when it got uncomfortable. You were supposed to fold when the isolation began. Instead, you turned inward, refined yourself, and discovered who you truly were beneath the noise. That season they thought was your downfall became your private training ground. Let's pause right there. How many people are strong enough to rebuild themselves without applause? Not many. That's why this story unsettles people. While others expected you to stay small, you became the blueprint. While they assumed isolation meant weakness, it actually forged clarity, discipline, and vision. What they labeled loneliness became alignment. What they called obscurity became preparation. They thought removing support would end you. They didn't realize it would introduce you to self-trust, discernment, and spiritual authority that no one could take away. There were coordinated efforts to discredit you. Gossip was spread. Narratives were twisted. Your name was dragged through spaces you were never present in. They attempted to control perception, thinking reputation could be destroyed faster than truth could rise. What they didn't anticipate was your consistency. Truth doesn't panic. Truth doesn't rush. Truth waits, and then it stands on its own. Slowly, quietly, the cracks in their stories began to show. You endured spiritual pressure that would have collapsed most people. Emotional attacks, mental fatigue, moments where silence was louder than support. And still, you kept showing up. Not loud, not reckless, just steady. Here's the uncomfortable truth for them. When many stand against one person and still fail, something higher is clearly involved. They tried to isolate you socially. They tried to bury your credibility. They tried to label you before you could define yourself. But every attempt only sharpened your character and strengthened your resolve. Fear entered their camp when they realized you weren't reacting the way they expected. You weren't spiraling. You weren't begging for validation. You weren't explaining yourself. You were evolving. Now you stand as proof that resilience beats sabotage every time. You didn't just survive. You transformed. You became someone who leads others out of darkness simply by existing authentically. You are now a reference point, a living example. People study your journey because